guys, I'm back with another massive book haul slash in my mailbox. Haven't even counted how many books it is because it's a ridiculous amount, so as always I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible. I'm sorry that I'm in a different place, but where I normally record, which is literally just there, it was too dark today, and with lighting it turned everything orange, so here I am. It's because it's a miserable day here in the UK. It's only about 1 o'clock and it's just too dark to do anything. This was the best light that I could get, so here we go. I'll start with the books that I received for review, and the first one is from Orion and it's The Dance of the Red Death by Bethany Griffin. As far as I know, this series is only a duology, so this I guess is the final book. I haven't read Mask of the Red Death yet because I started to hear really mixed things about it just after I got it, so I haven't picked it up yet, but the series sounds really good, so I hope I enjoy it. The next book that I got was from Hodder, and it's Anti-Goddess by Kendare Blake. I'm so excited for this one because I loved Anna Dressed in Blood. It became one of my favourite books. But I haven't read the sequel to that yet. But this sounds really, really good. It's about gods and goddesses that are dying, and this girl could hold the cure or the key to their survival. So I'm really excited for this one. The next one that I have is from Harper, and it's Rule by J. Crownover. This is a new adult contemporary romance type thing. It sounds really, really good. I'm really excited for it. It's basically, you know, a good girl meeting a bad boy. And I'm interested in this one because there's a tattoo element. He's a tattoo artist. He has tattoos. And tattoos are something that really interests me, both in real life and in fiction. Like tattoos, they just interest me. And yeah. Obviously, he has tattoos and he's a tattoo artist, so really looking forward to getting to this one. I might have actually already read it by the time that this book haul goes up. That's how excited I am to read it. Next one I have is from Random House, and it's Hurt by Tabitha Suzuma. She is the author of Forbidden, which I've heard countless good things about, but actually haven't read yet. And this is about Matteo, I think is how you say his name, and he's a promising diving champion, but he has some secret, and he's torn whether to confess or not, but if he does confess to whatever this secret is, he will lose everything, including his girlfriend Lola. So seems really, really interesting. I don't know whether to read this before or after Forbidden. I'm undecided. And the last book that I have for review is, oh my god you guys, so excited to finally have this in my hands, and it's The Land of Stories, The Enchantress Returns by Chris Colfer. I loved book one. It was one of my favourite books of last year, just one of my favourite books. It was so sweet. It was my first middle grade read and it completely hooked me. Absolutely loved it. This cover is stunning. So yeah, I'm so pleased to have this. There was some trouble with getting it to me for review. It got lost in the post and everything. So, but now I'm finally holding it, and can't wait for this one. My expectations are really high though, so I don't know whether to just dive straight in and read it or wait a little while. I'm so undecided. Next up, I have some books that an author very kindly sent me. I contacted her saying I was basically trying to hunt down a copy of her book and I couldn't seem to find it. And she got back to me and she said that she would look for me and try to contact her publisher and stuff to see where I could track one down. And I couldn't, but she said that she would send me some of her books. And she is my favourite Regency Romance author, you know, like my guilty pleasure reads. And so yeah, she sent me 6 of her books. She sent me Regency Debutantes, and this is Margaret McPhee, and you may remember I actually managed to track this one down, but it was a used copy and it was quite a beat up copy. So now I have a brand new unread copy and she signed it for me. She put to Erin, best wishes from Margaret McPhee. So I was really excited for this. I was so grateful when I messaged her, and she even sent me a little thank you card. I don't know why she sent me a thank you card, because I should be, you know, thanking her, but she did, and she sent me that one. Then she sent me, these are all signed, by the way. She signed each and every one of them. Mistress to the Marquis, or Marquis, however you say it. There. A Dark and Brooding Gentleman. Whoa. Here we go. Unmasking the Duke's Mistress. His Mask of Retribution. They're really shiny, you can't really say. And Dicing with the Dangerous Lord. So I was extremely grateful that she sent all of those to me, and I'm so excited to read them because I love Margaret McVie's books. Okay, on to books that I bought. From the supermarket I picked this up because it was like only £3.85, and that's Wait For You by J. Lynn. I have already read this. I read it when it first came out in ebook earlier this year, but I wanted to have a physical copy. I don't like this cover as much as the ebook cover. I think this is really boring. I love the like bright green, which is showing up like kind of yellow on there, but really I find this kind of boring. This is a something of nothing cover. Not really a fan, but the book itself is excellent, like 5-star read. Next I have some books that I pre-ordered. They finally came in, and this is the first chance that I've had to actually show you guys these. First one that I have is Consume by Melissa Darnell. I think this is the last book. I believe this series was a trilogy. I loved Crave, absolutely loved it. One of my favourite books. I'm saying that a lot in this video. But yeah, one of my favourites in the paranormal romance genre. Loved it. Haven't read Covet yet because I've been waiting to have like the final book so I can read this straight after if there's a cliffhanger. But I love this cover with the white and the like shocking red. I think it really pops. I love this cover so much, and I've had to get the US covers for book 2 and book 3 because they stopped publishing the physical copy here in the UK. They were only publishing the ebook, but I wanted physical copies, so I had to get the US ones. Hate it when that happens. Next book that I have, again, another pre-order, was Origin by Jennifer L. Armentrout, book 4 in the Lux series. Yeah, I know this is a highly anticipated read for everyone, but as I'm recording this video, I've literally started reading Obsidian today. I'm like only 5 pages in, but I finally started reading the Lux series, guys, so good for me. But yeah, got book 4. Then I also pre-ordered The Infinite Moment of Us by Lauren Miracle. This is a young adult sort of contemporary novel. Something about it just grabbed my attention, and I thought, you know what, I'll pre-order it, you know. So yeah, the cover is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I've not read a Lauren Miracle book before, but I own Shine by her, so yeah, that's that. And then the last book that I pre-ordered, Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. You guys know I loved Throne of Glass, and I have the US hardback edition. Even though I prefer the UK covers for these, I have the US hardback because last year I won a US hardcover edition, so I needed to pre-order this one or own this one to match my edition of Throne of Glass. This one is much nicer than the first cover. It's much nicer, so Love it. Then, yeah, there's more. I went to a blogger event in London on the 12th of September. Went up to London with a friend, and we went into Little Brown publishing house, into their office for the Payat, I can't pronounce the name, Payatkus blogger event. And they basically, like, we went in and they, gave us something to drink, and they said, help yourself. They had like tables with books on, and they said, if there's anything that you want, just pick it up. And so we did. Us bloggers had a mighty good time. They gave us some tote bags to put the books that we wanted in. So yeah, let's show you these. The first one that I have is Sticks by Sherilyn Kenyon. This is book 23 in her Dark Hunter series, and I haven't read all of them because it's such a massive series. I used to take these books out at the library, but obviously I haven't been going to the library very much recently. But we all got a copy of this because Sherilyn Kenyon was there, and we got to meet her, chat with her. So she signed this for me. She was awesome. She was a great lady. We had a great time talking to her and everything. She was really, really nice. And that's actually what our tote bags say, is the Sherilyn Kenyon UK tour. So it was amazing to get to meet her. So I had that one. Then I also picked up another Sherilyn Kenyon one while I was there, and she signed this one as well. And that's Born of Silence. Now this series by her is like a futuristic series, and I think I have the first two, but I've read the first three and I loved them. I've like reread the first two, so I need to catch up and buy books 3 and 4. I think this is book 5. I'm so out of it when it comes to these. Yeah, I have Born of Night, I have Born of Fire. I've read Born of Ice but don't own it. Then I need to get Born of Shadows as well. So I believe this is book 5. But because it was in the selection, I thought that I would pick it up because they didn't have the other ones, or someone got to them before me. I don't know. Then I mostly picked up some historical romance because that was pretty. It was pretty much like a romance. Payatkus is pretty much a romance imprint. It's pretty much what it is. So I picked up quite a few of those because you guys know I like my historical romancy type things. Let's see. I'll just get all the books out of this other tote bag so that I can show you much easier. Okay, I picked up 2 books by Sarah McLean. I've seen her books on Goodreads and stuff, but I've never picked one up because it's such a guilty pleasure read. I tend to stick with the authors that I know instead of like branching out. But since these were there, I picked them up, and I picked up A Rogue by Any Other Name. I picked up One Good Earl Deserves a Lover, and those two are book 1 and 2 in a series, so that was pretty good to pick up both of those. Then I had 2 books actually in one of the tote bags that they gave me. They already put 2 books in, and they put in Darkest at Dawn by Christine Feehan. And I believe this is part of a series, but it's not. Yeah. I don't know. I don't own this series. I haven't read this series. Darkest at Dawn Omnibus. I don't know what this means. I don't know. but I'll have to try and find out. So there's that. Then they also put in The Arrangement by Mary Ballow. This is another sort of Regency romance novel. So was really pleased that that was in my goodie bag. Then the other bloggers there, obviously we were talking about what we liked, and we were all giving out recommendations, and one of the ladies there said, "Oh, have you read, I think it's how you say her name, Eloisa James?" Not sure. And I said, "No, I've heard of her, but I haven't read one of her books." So she basically went to one of the tables, picked the books up and said, "Here, you have to read them." So she recommended A Wild Pursuit and Fall for Love. So I've heard amazing things about this author, so I'm sure I'll love her. Then another one that I picked up was, again, Regency Romance, and that's My Notorious Gentleman by Galen Foley. So yeah, and the last book that I picked up, I was quite pleased that they had this, was a Nora Roberts book, and you guys know that I collect Nora Roberts, so I picked up The Last Boyfriend. Love this cover, I love the colours of it and everything. And this is book 2 of the In Boonesborough trilogy. This is a series that I don't have, so was really pleased to see this there. So it was an awesome event. It was absolutely fantastic, had a great time. Obviously I got some fantastic books. I hope you guys have enjoyed this book haul. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Happy reading.